Welcome into the Purple Penguin Craft Room. I'm Vicky. Today we're going to just take this normal wood cutout. It was from um, the Dollar General, actually. Dollar General. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to spruce it up. I'm going to make it my own and add some dimension to it and all sorts of things. Stay tuned. There'll be a picture at the end of the video. We're going to get started with our base. I've got these, it's a 21-inch ruler stick, and I get them at Lowe's or Home Depot. And I had a different project where I only needed about half of this, or actually, it was a little more than half. But so what I did was I cut my project. So I used a whole bunch of this size, and I was left over with a bunch of these. And so I'm just going to go ahead and reuse those because I hate to have stuff go to waste. So we're going to use this as our base, and that's just so that our little project can sit right on our base. So it gives it a little more. It, it gives it a little more so it doesn't wobble or anything like that. So we're going to take this. I want this to just look like regular wood. It does have this part here, which would have been the handle of the stir stick, but I'm okay with that because it's fine. We're recycling, and I'm okay with that. So we're gonna go ahead and take just our antique Waverly wax here, and we're going to just make it look like a stained wood piece. I'm just gonna take it's a damp baby cloth here, or baby wipe. You can get those anywhere. Some of you that have children, I mean, you already have them. I'm going to do the front, the back, the sides. I should probably do the bottom too, just to make it look finished. So now we're gonna bring in our love, and basically this is for Easter bound. But we're gonna change it up. We're gonna change this up. I want, instead of pink, I want this to be purple. This I'm actually gonna leave the way it is because I kind of like that. But we're gonna do something where we're gonna put our own carrots on top, and we're gonna do something different with the carrot bases. Uh, and this blue, we're going to switch to a fabric with flowers on it. And the yellow, we're going to switch to a yellow with flowers on it. And this one is going to be purple with a white overlay burlap. All right, so let's get started here. I guess first things first, I want to go ahead and we want to paint this, the purple that I want to use. And that's going to be lavender. It's Deco Art Lavender color. It's a really nice purple. Okay, there's the purple. It's not perfect, and you can still see where the glitter is kind of raised a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to be okay with that because I'm just going to take this white burlap. This comes on a roll. This one came from actually from Walmart, but Walmart stopped carrying the rolls like this. But I have seen them at Hobby Lobby, and Michael's also has them as well. So um, so don't fear, you can definitely find rolls of white burlap all over the place. It is a pretty common thing to be able to find. And I kind of want to just basically, I want to cut this to a point, and then I'm going to glue it on, and then we'll just trim it up for the most part. Because I don't think it's going to be easy to cut exactly where I need it to go. Okay, so that for the most part, it goes to at least this line and this line, and then we can trim this portion after it's glued down, and that's totally fine. So we'll basically, we're gonna bring in our tacky glue and do it with our tacky glue, because I definitely don't want to use hot glue on this project, because I, I don't want the hot glue to come through the project. Definitely make sure I get at least a lot of the edges for the most part. And it is going to look white, but don't worry. When it dries, it will dry clear. So you'll see the purple through my project. We're just going to take our scissors and trim it up a little bit. Okay, so I've got this and I trimmed it up. So it's still kind of rough looking around the edges, and I kind of like that. Not a big deal. We're gonna leave that. We're gonna bring back in our little bunny. How cute is he? And we're gonna stick him right there, because I absolutely love these little bunnies. But I'm not sure if I want to do a ribbon behind him or not. So you know what? I'm gonna hold that. We're gonna hold that thought. Let's go ahead. I want to do the yellow on here and the blue on here and get this party started. So we just do a rough cut here. And you know, depending on what's underneath your fabric, I may want to paint this, I may not, but putting this fabric over it, being yellow in itself, it's totally okay. Totally okay with it. So we're just going to leave it. We're just going to leave it. And like that. And I think what we should probably do, again, I think I kind of want to do a rough cut here. You know, it might actually be easier if you do this with scrapbook paper. Just saying. I do kind of make things a little harder sometimes. So okay, so we're going to go with that. And we're just going to use our regular Mod Podge, nothing special. You could probably use just Elmer's glue, or I could probably use my tacky glue if I wanted to. But since I have it out, I'm going to just use my Mod Podge. I am going to go thick because it is fabric versus paper, and I don't think it's going to crinkle. And if it does, I actually like this. I always like the look of the crinkle anyways, or kind of, you know, wrinkles in your fabric. I actually don't mind it. Kind of hoping it does wrinkle a little to give it some character. And if it's not perfect, I'm actually okay with that. I like it to look a little rough. I like it to look like it's a little bit, I don't know, used, I guess. Okay, We've got the yellow on here. You can see the outline. See how it does the outline? You can see it does the outline in the with the flowers. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I'm totally okay with that. Let's put the blue on the other side. This one's already all wrinkly already. All right, again, my Mod Podge brush in the water already, of course. That's okay. And again, this blue underneath is okay because again, I'm just putting blue on top of it, and so I'm okay with that. And this is actually a thicker fabric than the yellow, so it won't show as much underneath. Now we're just gonna take our scissors and again just trim it up. Okay, I got the blue on there. I love how that looks. It kind of tones it down a little so it's not so extra shiny and crazy looking. I kind of like that. So now I'm pretty sure I want to kind of make this look maybe a little bit dirty. I'm going to experiment with something. I have not tried this distressed oxide. I've never tried these before, so I was gonna kind of experiment a little bit with these and see if I could get away. Kind of interesting. Just kind of takes the shine off of everything. I kind of like that. That works. This one that I used is the Vintage Photo one. Vintage Photo. I'm definitely going to look into getting a darker one for next time, for sure. So let's go ahead, while we have this like this, let's get our carrots going. Now, I love the idea of using these carrots on here. This was just in a pack. This is in a little 4-pack from Dollar Tree. So, but the only thing I don't like, they're basically just wrapped. I don't like their little bottoms. It just looks kind of flimsy and I don't know. So we're going to pull that out. Pull that out. All this is, look at that, it's just wire holding that together. That's kind of fun. I want to bring in, I've got this bush foliage. It's from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to just use just some of it, honestly. Let's see if we can get away with reusing this little wire here. I'm just going to reuse it on the end of this. Clamp it together and stick it back in there. And see if that works. Because this is foam. It's a foam carrot that's wrapped. So if we stick it like that. Well, that's kind of fun. I love that. That looks much better. probably have to, glue will have to set up for about an hour or so just to make sure everything stays together here. And then we will glue them down like so. There we go. That's actually pretty cool looking. Okay. Okay, now that we've got our carrots on there, we're going to go back to bringing back my little bunny friend for right here. And I was kind of thinking on doing, I've got this, it's 1/8 of an inch yellow ribbon. And I was thinking about just doing a little simple little bow just because I like, I don't know, I'm into yellow this year. I'm into yellow for springs. Spring is definitely, I'm all about the yellow right now. And I'm thinking that this would be really cute and bringing in like the yellow here. So I think that's what we're going to do. And we're just going to glue that to the top. And then we're going to glue our little bunny down. Okay, I went ahead and I went ahead and just glued on the bottom piece to our love here. Real quick, I think before I move on, I was noticing it's got pink. It's got this pink background on the back and then up the sides. And at first it wasn't bothering me, but now it kind of is. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is just go ahead, just take some Waverly. This is a matte finish, kind of like an off-white color. And we're just going to paint it the off-white to take out the pink. And I'm not going to do like the greatest of jobs. And if it's a little sloppy and some of the pink kind of shows through a little bit, I think that's going to be okay. I'm actually okay with that happening. Alright, so we painted it all white where it was pink. But looks much better now. Let's do some finishing touches here. Last things that I kind of want to still do, because we've got most of it already done. I was kind of thinking, you know how before they had the lines, the black lines, and you could see the black lines through here. And I've been kind of liking that. So I'm thinking, I've got these Posca pens. Absolutely love Posca pens. I tried a different brand and I wasn't too thrilled with it. So I definitely recommend the Posca pens again. But I was thinking about doing the black again. Just to kind of highlight again. And then I think I wanted, so I did that on the, we're going to do it on the blue as well. Kind of give it a little bit extra. There we go. I did it on the E too, so that kind of helps out a little bit. I kind of like the way that looks. Let's see. This one, this pin, this is same. It's a Posca pen as well. It's just a little bit fatter. And I was kind of thinking, we'll on the egg. Just a little more definition on the egg here too. Alright, that looks great. I like how that looks. That actually... Alright, there we go. So I kind of did around here as well. Just kind of, it helps add just a little bit more to it. Just a little bit. Now let's go ahead. I want to take some Spanish moss. And we're just going to use that typical brown, gray Spanish moss. Get it open. And I want to just add, we're going to take it and we're going to add the Spanish moss down here to the bottom. And we don't need a lot, just a little bit. Just set this up so I can see. And it's just going to go right like so. And we'll probably have to try and tame it down just a little bit so it doesn't get too crazy, so we can still see our pieces here. And afterwards we could probably give it a haircut too. Again, we're just going to use our tacky glue here. Alright, so that looks good. I like how that just adds a little bit something extra. And if you want, I'm kind of debating, I got these little mini eggs. These are from Hobby Lobby. Easter time, little eggs. And I was kind of, I don't want, let's see. There's a purple and a blue, and I was kind of thinking about adding the eggs, but I think it might be a little too much. So we're not going to do the eggs. But there is something that I do want to do. I found these little bunnies. They're mini bunnies, and they were at the Dollar General. The Dollar General had these, and they're so stinking cute. This one's laying down, this one's kind of propped up. There's like a package. I think there's eight of them in there. And I was kind of thinking, I'm putting little bunnies. See, they don't have eyes. They don't have eyes, so we're going to give them little eyeballs so they don't look too creepy. There we go. Give little bunny's eyes, because otherwise they don't. There we go. We got little eyes on our bunnies. And then we're just gonna glue them on the top here. Super cute. And if I wanted to, you could paint them brown too if you wanted to, but I kind of like them white. I think that's pretty cute. All right, so that's going to be our project for today. So we kind of just spruced up and made it our own and made it a little more pop out at us. This would be a great little shelf sitter for your Easter decorations, and saying that you love Easter, right? You love the Easter bunny. Like, great little project, lots of fun. Keep on coming back and seeing more at the Purple Penguin Craft Room. Happy crafting.